Chris, the other day, I threw this trailer park bash, right?
Last weekend, yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking to myself, man, you know what we should have more in this world?
Huh.
More public shows of people using the Thigh Master.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, listeners of all ages, movie suckers that don't, some don't, that do suck, and
movies that don't
suckers that do.
Movies that don't
Movie that don't suckers.
Yeah.
This is Movies Don't Suck and Some that do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris, and I'm pumped to be here.
You're pumped. You're pumped. You're pumped. Chris is happy because he didn't lose his job today. All right. Today we are reviewing two movies that are out there in the masses that people have been talking about. To be honest, these movies have been talked about a lot in the last 72 hours around media world.
Yep.
So we're going to take a look at them. We're going to gander in and see what we think of them. The first movie being Smile, featuring Sosie Bacon.
I think it's just Sosie Bacon.
Sosie Bacon? Sosie Bacon!
Kevin fucking hated you. Do you know how much he despised you? And if he knew you were raising our son. So yes, I want my son back for me, but also for Kevin. Because he deserves a lot better than you.
Daughter of Kevin Bacon, by the way, if you didn't know.
Yeah, I know. And that was from Mayor of, gosh dang it. It's the movie the show that she was in that won like a bunch of awards.
I can tell you she looks nothing like she does in the show, like in this movie. She looks completely different.
Yeah, Mayor of Easttown.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And also in this film, the lovely Jessie T. Usher, everybody.
What are you doing about Blue Hawk?
Okay, first of all, everyone at Vought is just heartbroken over your brother's tragic accident.
It wasn't an accident. Blue Hawk went apeshit for no reason.
Well, he said he felt threatened.
Threatened?
Mm-hmm.
By what? A room full of black people with no superpowers?
Look, I've scheduled him for 12 weeks of sensitivity training.
Fuck that. I want charges brought.
A-Train!
A-Train? I love A-Train. All right. And also Kyle Gallner is in this film as well.
Well, it says nightmares are triggered by the belief that the dreamer has no control and this can cause insomnia. But then it says at the 70-hour mark, the insomniac will begin to experience micronaps. His brain will begin to shut down its functions for several seconds in an attempt to recharge itself. This basically means that you're dreaming, but you don't know it. Like even if you're awake.
So yeah, that's from like the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, right? That one.
The remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, where the guy who played Rorschach played Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. And thoughts on
also,
that as a Freddy guy? What did you think of that?
It was too child molesty.
Okay, I gotcha.
Like,
there's a comedy. Yeah,
yeah. Like in Freddy Krueger, like the original Nightmare on Elm Street, he was a child murderer, not a child,
diddler. I gotcha. Okay.
Molester.
Yeah.
And it got a little too rapey for me, a little too much.
I feel that.
Yeah, it crossed the line a little too much. And then also in this film, the one, the only, Cal Penn.
Next, make sure she knows that you're a nice guy, okay? And this is important, so pay attention. You're a nice guy who she will never see again.
That she'll never see again? I don't get it.
Think back to college, spring break specifically. Nice girls let their sexual cats out of the bag all spring break long on South Padre Island because they know when they get home, it'll be right back to prim and proper, smart and respectable without anyone around to say otherwise.
But this is NYC, not spring break, right?
Exactly, which is why you're flying back to LA in the morning. Or you're fucking moving to Nepal on Tuesday, whatever. Whatever words go from your lips to her ears, letting her know that she will never see you again. And then just like spring break, the farther away she thinks you'll be next week, the more likely she is to do something really erotic back in the sack tonight.
That's Cal Penn trying to help those dudes get their dick wet. So
Better Off Single.
Yeah, Better Off Single. There we go. Perfect. 2016 Better Off Single. Yeah. All right, and
that is the first movie that we're going to be talking about, Smile. The second movie is completely full of controversy this week.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anybody, like everybody and their brother has been talking about this movie that has saw it or has reviewed it or whatever. So the movie that the second movie we're talking about today will be Blonde, featuring playing Norma Jean herself, Ana de Armas.
You gave me an empty gun?
The shells were coming, okay?
Huh?
The shells were coming. You ran away too fast.
Then you need to say, hey, wait, that's empty.
No, it's assumed.
I assumed it's loaded, so I run after the guy.
Who throws a loaded gun?
I asked for a loaded gun.
No one throws a loaded weapon, okay? Are you coming?
Ugh.
And then also in this movie, with her is Julianne Nicholson.
Tony, where the hell is that tractor?
What's up, Ellen? Pushing a car off 90.
Why the hell does everything take forever around here?
Small town, boss. I figured you would be used to it by now.
Light a fire under his ass.
All right, yeah. That's she played. We'll talk about who she plays in the movie later on, but yeah, it's Julianne Nicholson.
Right?
Yeah. Who else in this?
And I cannot remember the other people I
Okay, I got you. Hey, we got Xavier Samuel.
Jesus, Graham! Why are you wearing a gimp mask? He put it on me while I was asleep. I don't know why you thought that'd be funny.
Yeah, it must be insane. Of course it's not funny.
All right, stop it! The bigger question is, what is Ramsey doing in my room?
Who?
The sheep! Jim's sheep!
That's right, the little fucker bit me.
It's in my room, just like a lady. Sheep. That was your idea to put it in drag.
Oh, yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah, I thought it'd be quite funny at the time.
Well, you need to get him back before someone realises he's missing. If Jim finds out we fucked with the ram, he's gonna go apeshit. And I don't really want to deal with that on my wedding day, do you? Right then. So fix it. Get her, him, back to the old house.
We also have Bobby Cannavale as ex-athlete.
Yeah, but one quick, and I just want to hey, whoa, you jumped the gun. I had something to say.
Sorry, say it.
That movie that reference where they had a sheep in the bedroom is a movie called what was it? Best Men or The Best Men?
Yeah, The Best Men.
Where was it? A Few Best Men.
Yeah.
A Few Best Men. And that is actually available for free on YouTube.
Is it funny?
So if you want to go watch that, the whole movie. Yeah, I watched a good 30 minutes of it while I was, preparing stuff. So yeah, it was funny. It was what parts I saw were funny.
Okay. We got Bobby Cannavale as ex-athlete.
I don't understand. I got my punches. Didn't you just say I could have a free milkshake?
Yes, and you can redeem it on your next visit.
What's the difference? I'm here now.
I'm sorry, sir. That's not the way it works.
Okay, should I just get out of line and then get back in?
No, sir. You would have to redeem it on your next visit here.
What qualifies as a visit? Do I have to leave the premises and come back? Do I have to go home? Is it time-based? You see the faulty logic here, don't you?
Sir, those are the rules. You could speak to the manager, or I'd be happy to add a milkshake to your order for $12.95.
It's not about the money. It's about the principle.
Sir, there's nothing I can do.
Uh-huh. Calm down. No. Screaming isn't going to help the situation, is it? Uh-huh. Yeah, well, I agree. That's not good. Is he dead? Uh-huh. All right. Be there in 15 minutes. When we lose our principles, we invite chaos.
From Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot, one of my favorite characters in that show.
Okay, dude.
I'm actually in the middle of rewatching it.
So you did not add a clip, but I did. This is Adrian Brody as the playwright.
To deliberately believe in lies while knowing they're false. Examples of this in everyday life. Oh, I need to be pretty to be happy. I need surgery to be pretty. I need to be thin, famous, fashionable. Our young men today are being told that women are whores, bitches, things to be screwed, beaten, shit on and shamed.
That's from Detachment. I mean,
yeah, I know exactly what movie that's
Tony
from.
Kaye.
I forgot Adrian Brody was in it. What happened was, like, when I was looking through the cast,
Yeah.
they don't have it really listed
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
They have like a bunch of the extra people listed before you even get to the whatever. So I was just like, I know I'm missing someone there. So Adrian Brody was the other one.
I thought we'd be remiss if I didn't include a couple of the Academy Award winning Adrian Brody. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess he won an award once.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, tell everybody where they can find us.
You can find us online, Movies on Substance.net. We're on Facebook, Facebook.com/Movies on Sub Podcast. We're on Twitter at MGS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MGS Podcast. We're on Patreon, Patreon.com/Movies Don't Suck. And we're also on Bonfire. Go to bonfire.com/Movies Don't Suck. Something to do. You'll find shirts and stuff like that fashionable thing Neil's wearing right now. You can buy. Also, we're on streaming platforms. If you're watching this YouTube, subscribe, watch this Facebook at the page. And wherever you find podcasts, you can find Movies That Don't Suck and some that do. What do we do for small businesses, pal?
Before we talk about small businesses, I just want to say the people that are watching out there, we do have chat services. So at every single place that you are watching, if you are watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, if you put a comment in the chat, we will see it. We will reply to you guys, and we will talk to you, and you will be part of the podcast, which you will actually hear, which Chris releases every Sunday, which is the edited version of, all the mess ups that you hear is basically just for you who are watching right now. So if you join into the chat, or if you don't agree with something we say, or you totally agree with something we say, just jump in there, and we'll be more than happy to have you part of the voices of the Movie Don't Suck family. So, but small businesses, we like to promote small businesses on our own. We ask them sometimes we don't. It's just places we like to go shopping, places we like to help out. We want to help the little guy. We want to help the people who are local, just like Records with Merit. Records with Merit is in Kansas City. It is at 1614 Westport Road, Kansas City, Missouri, 64111. If I'm correct, that is the Westport district. Right?
Yeah, it's down the street from another record store, Mills. But yeah, where's my record store?
Yeah. Okay. But Records with Merit, here's a little about them. After almost 19 years in the corporate music retail world, Marion decided that it was time to stop being a sous chef and open up her own small, intimate vinyl retail space, Records with Merit. Now, they have been there for several years, and I have not seen a rating higher, this high, for a record store. It has a 4.7 out of 5 out of 73 votes on Google. And listen to some of these reviews. Super friendly staff and great selection of vinyl. The owner is so sweet, offers you drinks and candy. She offers you candy?
Yeah. You got a beer there when we went to the record store today.
Oh, yes. I remember. Yes. I got 2 beers. I got 2 beers.
Yeah.
I remember that place. Yeah. Now that I look at the place more.
Yeah.
But large selection of records. The crew is super nice. They had live music there, I believe, if I remember. One time I went in there.
Well, that's actually a picture of Record Mills you have up on the screen right now.
Really?
Yeah.
What the heck? I put Records with Mary.
Okay.
All right, so we'll do the front shop window. That is not my bad. That is Google's bad, everybody. Just want you to know that. All right, and then we'll put their whole information. So Records with Mary, if you need new vinyl, they also have live music there. I've seen live music there before. They are open Tuesday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can find all information and their catalog at recordswithmerit.com, or you can go to Facebook as well with Records with Merit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great placement. I love them. I love them there.
Yeah, we had a good time there. I remember now which store it is. I
went
don't know
to a
why
few
that's
places.
the
I think we ended up at Kelly's on the roof there. Yeah, man, it's good times.
Good times. Now I'm gonna take a nap. Take over the rest of the show.
I know that you've been doing pulling a 70-hour week so far, right?
Oh my gosh. The fair is in town here for everybody that doesn't know, here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the state fair. And I work for several radio stations, and I have been working. This is the only day I had off. So literally everything I had to do for the podcast, I did today.
All the movies too?
No, the movies I watched both yesterday.
Okay. Wow.
So I watched one in the morning. It was yesterday. Yesterday was Wednesday. No, so I watched one on Tuesday after work, and then yesterday after work I watched Blonde.
Okay.
So
that was your whole evening.
Yeah, and then gosh, that's a 3-hour movie. We'll talk about that in a little bit too.
We'll.
But it has been nonstop, and plus, as Chris knows, I threw a massive house party this past week. What'd you think?
Oh, yeah, the photos are great.
Yeah. Which photo was your favorite?
The Thigh Master photo. I saw a few of those, and I was like, "What's going on?"
There's people. We went from originally we were going to do a what was the original idea was to do a wet t-shirt contest co-ed, which all men signed up.
Of course,
not even one female.
Why wouldn't they not? Yeah.
And then we we're going to do a stem carving contest, but then we kind of thought people have been drinking, maybe not hand them a butter knife, not hand them some knives to carve stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Patricia, my sister, has given her opinion about what her favorite picture was.
Are you gonna post it? Are you gonna post it?
Post what?
The picture.
You mean this picture?
Oh, look at you looking all badass.
It's me with the mullet in front of a picture of me with the mullet.
Oh, it's perfect, dude. That's you.
My friend Evan totally came in and was like, he's like, dude, you have a mullet right now. You need to take a picture in front of that picture of you with the mullet. And I was like, okay. I wasn't happy by that, but I'm so happy that some of my teenage pictures could work so well in my trailer park bash party.
Well, you grew up in trailer park, right?
Claiming my hood, man. Claiming my hood.
Yeah.
Straight out of the trailer. Straight out of the trailer. My house used to have wheels, yo.
Yeah, you get to go anywhere you want. I think I'm ready to talk. Let's turn our frowns upside down and let's talk smile.
Oh yeah. You got it. Did you see how I advertised it? Is that why you got that? Yeah. You stole my words.
I stole your words.
Stole my words.
Hey, it's our words now.
Stole your words.
It's our words now. Smile.
Okay. I see how that works. Fuck, I need to get some documentation on some stuff right now. I'm calling some lawyers.
Copyright.
Copyrighting everything.
Directed and written by
Smile.
Yeah. Directed and written by Parker Finn. This stars Sosie Bacon as Rose Cotter.
Kevin fucking hates you.
Jesse T. Usher as Trevor.
What are you doing about Blue Hawk?
We also got Kyle Gallner as Joel.
Well, it says nightmares are triggered by the belief that the dreamer has no control and this can cause insomnia.
We also got Cal Penn as Dr. Morgan Desai.
Next, make sure she knows that you're a nice guy, okay? And this is important, so pay attention.
Also, we got Robin Weiger as Dr. Madeline Northcott, Caitlin Stassi as Laura Weaver, Rob Morgan as Robert Talley, and why don't you go ahead and read the storyline for this one, pal?
After witnessing a bizarre traumatic incident involving a patient, Dr. Rose Cotter starts experiencing frightening occurrences that she can't explain. Rose must confront her troubling past in order to survive and escape her horrific new reality. Dun, dun, dun.
So we've seen series previews for this for fucking...
Ever. I think the first one was... oh my God, I can't remember the first one. Yeah, I think it's Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah. And so my wife's been seeing previews for the movie she does go through.
Oh, No Way Home. No Way Home. I said Far From Home. Let's fix that before before the internet nerds kill me.
My wife, every time she saw the preview, she went over and she goes, I want to see that. So we went and saw it. Me and 8 of the 7 other people saw this movie together. And man, but real quick, I want to say in the theater behind me, there are 2 girls behind me that wouldn't shut the fuck up the whole time. They had,
oh my God, you had the same experience.
Yeah.
I had a whole group of teenagers.
Yeah, it was.
That wouldn't shut up.
I was like,
people, when you're in the theater, you're not at home. I don't need your fucking commentary.
I don't get it, man. Like, why the fuck would they shut the? Anyway, I'm trying to shut that out because I'm trying to view the movie objectively.
Enjoy the movie. Enjoy the movie.
Yeah. So I'm taking them out. Fuck those people. I hate them. I don't know. They came here there for that. You're not at home. You know, like I understand making fun of it or talking about it at home, but you're not home. You're in a fucking theater. So shut the fuck up. Anyway, Smile.
Anyway, back to the movie review.
What did you think of this, man? Like it was spooky, right? Like they had the classic jump scares, right?
This is what I'm gonna say about this movie. It was spooky.
Yeah.
It gave you the creepy jeebies.
Mm-hmm. It jumped out and scared you a few times.
It was R-rated, but it wasn't hard R, so it wasn't super gory. I mean, it had some gory good parts.
For sure.
That kind of made you go, what the hell is that?
I did.
It had one or two jump scares.
Like one really big one. One of my friends nearly fell out of his fucking chair at one of the jump scares in this movie.
The only thing this movie made me want is more of this movie. And I don't mean time-wise, because it's almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Which horror movies, that's kicking it. That's kind of, you're getting to the limit there, guy. But this is the biggest problem with this movie. We don't know nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
We know nothing.
It's not follows. It's not follows.
We know that people smile at you, they commit suicide, and that's it. And then you get that. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. We don't get where it came from, why, what's the entity, and the thing is, you have to put a little bit of that in there.
Yeah.
Because even with Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger,
there's something there.
There's always even in the earlier ones where you don't know a whole lot of the information, or even Pinhead with Hellraiser and stuff.
We'll talk about that next week.
We at least know enough. We know enough that it's interest us. So now we're like, oh, it's like an evil curse, or it's this or that. No one gave us an explanation of what the hell this entity really was, or what this thing was. And that is the thing that upset me about this movie.
Is it usually I'm not
really think
usually I'm not that upset about not having information, but this one fucking needed it. Because you spend a good part of the movie trying to figure out, and you get nothing. You get nothing. And Sosie Bacon was great. I thought she was great in this movie. But
Sosie Bacon was great. The acting with everybody was great. The jump scares are great. And this has really good potential. But I like you're saying too. We needed that little bit. It could have been anything. It could have been 5 minutes. It could have been 5 minutes of someone just saying, this was originally a demon from hell that smiled all the time, and that's what started it. Great. I don't care where it came from. I don't care if it was somebody opened a Cracker Jack box and this was the prize you got. But
we needed something. But also, I want to probably bring up the fact that we were probably spoiled by Barbarian, but how fucking good that was compared to this, Like I was thinking, the last horror movie I saw in theaters, The Barbarian, and now you see Smile, and I'm like, it just doesn't do it for me.
No. I mean, one, man, I'm behind the times right now. First, let's put this all out there. First, this is a remake of a short film called Laura Hasn't Slept.
That's one of those films that Parker Finn had done. He did 2 shorts before this. This is his first feature film.
Yes. Now, here's the thing. Now, Smile was a low-budget movie that was only for $17 million is what they made this for. And it was made for Paramount Plus streaming platform.
Oh.
This was not originally supposed to be out there in movie theaters, but it tested better with audiences in the big screen
than it
did with on the TV.
That makes sense.
Which makes 100% sense, because this had some dark tones and stuff that works perfect in a movie theater. And to be honest, I think the movie theater would be the best way to see this.
Yeah, because when it comes to jump scares, like I don't get scared at home from jump scares, but this movie in theaters in the darkness, really effective. And I'm not the type of person that says jump scares are cheap. They can be, but there's a place for them. Like in the movie Smile, there's a place for those jump scares.
Yeah, and I think this is the beginning of a franchise.
Oh yeah,
because I feel like this could easily be passed on, and you can even pass it on to other directors if you want and stuff like that. But I really think it could be, and as long as you work the mythology in there.
Yeah.
to give us an idea of what exactly this all came from and where this originated. That is the main platform here. That's the main thing, because we found out in Nightmare on Elm Street that Freddy Krueger killed teenagers. We found out Jason was a kid that was drowned in a lake. We found out Michael Myers was an abused kid that killed his entire family. We got those little niches. Yeah, we didn't see their faces on some of them. We didn't see the information exactly, but the thing is, that's what I think you can do with this movie is you can go and deep dive into this mythology and make it go all the way back to, the first time photographs were taken. Maybe make it like the first person ever smiled in a photo was actually possessed by this thing.
So here's the thing.
Make your own history.
Do you think, okay, so we're in a place where, there's been plenty of Halloween movies that weren't so good. Right, like plenty of them. But personally,
like 5, 6, 7, something like that.
Yeah. Personally, I don't want to live in a world where H2O doesn't exist, but that's neither here nor there.
I think Busta Rhymes fighting Michael Myers is still one of the coolest scene ever, but it's one of the worst movies ever. I get you. Wow.
I think we talked about that movie on the podcast a long time ago. Right after you got hit.
Well, I'm sure we'll talk about it very soon.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's coming up soon.
Okay, yes. But Smile, I think we're a place in society now to where we can make sequels or trilogies where we don't have to retcon it. I hope.
Yeah.
So I definitely like some mythology on this. I didn't hate this movie, but I'm also very unsatisfied by it. It's really long for a horror film that doesn't give you a lot.
Yeah, I mean, by any means, we do find a lot out about the main character played by the great...
Sosie Bacon. She was great.
Sosie Bacon. She was great. Obviously, you can tell she gets her acting chops from her mom and dad, who are both, award-winning actors. Yeah. And it's really good. I like her acting. I can't wait to see more from her.
And of course,
I think
she's great too. A-Train.
Right. And this could be like Smile Again. Yeah. And then the third one be called Frown.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I can see you making something out of this. Just go and get some of that mythology, man. Yeah. I think that's what's leaving us unsatisfied, because we're always looking for mythology. We don't just want a bunch of people died, a bunch of people got killed, a weird shit happened. We need I just think moviegoers are more intelligent these days, and we need a little more mythology.
And there are people out there that say, well, the whole story is really about her and her mom. And you're like, I mean, that's a big part of it, but it didn't really play into the larger story. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, Smile. You guys, if you guys want to see it, it's in theaters. It'll be there for a while, I imagine, because the theaters kind of slim pickings now. I mean, you can see some stuff if you want to, but anyway.
Are you okay, buddy?
Yeah, you got
here. This will cheer you up. There you go.
It does cheer me up. You
I even tried to make the same face as I make in the picture. Anyway, we worked at that. Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's get some of these quotes going on. I'm going to die. She's going to die. He's going to die. We're all going to die. I promise this is a safe place, but not for me. I am going to die, and not one person is listening to me. She was convinced an evil presence was stalking her, too, if you remember. Why become a doctor if you're not going to be grossly rich? That is a good statement right there. Mm-hmm. Are you sure you haven't let something inside of you, Rose? Someone has to believe. Please, someone just believe me. He woke up in the middle of the night screaming it, and I never heard him scream before. You said you weren't going to ask any questions. No, you said not to ask any questions. That guy ain't crazy. He's just a whole box of Fruit Loops. I like that saying. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Chris, you're a whole box of Fruit Loops.
Oh, thanks, pal. I like Fruit Loops.
Yeah, I know. I like Fruit Loops too. I don't think you should be alone tonight. Mommy made a mess. I'm so sorry. I haven't been a good mom. There's something so terrible inside of me. You can't escape your own mind. And I will stay with you forever. Forever. Anyway, that's it.
Okay, my score for this is 3.5. Wasn't awful. It had a few jump scares. It was fine. It was a fine movie. You know,
Chris, dude, I swear to God, I think it's just me and you've been watching movies too long together, bro.
We had to.
That's exactly mine. 3.5. It wasn't something that's going to change the world. I wouldn't mind seeing it again. If someone said, "Hey, have you seen Smile? I kind of want to watch this," I would sit down and watch it with them.
Sure.
But the thing is, again, just the missing of the mythology is just. Yeah, I got to know why this is happening.
Yeah, and it's
because the movie should always answer who, what, and why.
And we didn't get the why at all.
We didn't get the why.
All right, man. What is the? I'm on RottenTomatoes.com right now. What is the audience score for this? For Smile?
70.
80%.
Oh wow! Higher than what I thought.
Audience says you may need to pay close attention in order to keep up with the story, but fans of slow burning horror should leave Smile with a grin. Okay. All right. Now, Big Bad Mean Critic score. You know, critics aren't always the nicest to horror films. What did they give Smile?
58.
77.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A lot higher than I thought.
Critics' consensus is deeply creepy visuals and a standout Sosie Bacon for further elevate Smile's unsettling exploration of trauma, adding up to the rare feature that satisfyingly expands on the short. And, you know, he said the short was Laura Hasn't Slept. Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to see that short now. Do you know that the Laura Weaver in the movie, that's the one they're talking about. So it's interesting. If you guys,
very interesting.
If you guys haven't seen, if you guys have already seen Barbarian, you can go watch the Smile, but please see Barbarian first. Honestly, if you're gonna see a horror film in theaters, see Barbarian. But yeah,
I like Barbarians.
Yeah, me too. Do you like news?
Oh shoot, that's what I was supposed to be doing this whole time. I did not get the news ready. Oh dude, and I forgot something else. Man, I am out of it this week. I swear, I forgot to. You know, I had a nice little mental institution for us to sit in.
Oh, okay. Well,
while we're doing this movie, but I guess you can hit the news music and I'll figure it all out. This is the Movies Don't Suck and Some of Them news. I am going to be reading stuff. Chris is going to like it, or I'm going to have to kick him in the junk. A lot.
Oh, well, I don't want that.
Times.
It's because me throw up, probably.
Why would it make you throw up?
I mean, because
Chris.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, I guess, if you say so. Are you? So what do you got for me? I mean, I know you're still pulling it up, but
oh, dude, I got a lot of stuff for you.
Okay.
I got a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like right now, Smile 2 is already being discussed by director Parker Finn. Parker Finn is open up to making a sequel so long as it's not a retread. For me as a filmmaker, I never want to retread and just do something I've already done again the exact same way in a universe where there could be any potential more story to tell from Smile. I'd want to make sure it's surprising and different and not what people were expecting after the first one. You know what people weren't expecting, Parker? Mythology.
Backstory. Cool
backstory.
Cool grimoires
Backstory,
explaining the origin of Smile. So
now, do you remember in the MCU, there was this guy who kept following around Bruce Banner all the time? Do you remember that guy?
Was his name Edward Norton or what was it?
No. That was the guy who played.
The Hulk falling around, right?
No. There's a guy that always wanted to capture the Hulk and take his abilities and be able to put it in his own soldiers. Do you remember that?
Who is it?
That is General Ross.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
Betsy Ross's dad.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, the great the late yeah, I'm loving it. Was originally played by William Hurt.
Okay,
Thunderbolt Ross,
the late William Hurt, yeah.
So they haven't announced this yet, but everybody thinks this is what happened now. We have a new Thunderbolt Ross, but they haven't declared it yet because this person has another property coming out, and they don't want to take away from that.
Who do people think it is?
Harrison Ford might be joining the MCU as Thunderbolt Ross.
Man, that would be crazy. That would be fucking wild. He's like 80 years old now, right? Okay.
Yeah, dude. But I mean, if he can still do it, he can still do it. I mean, he's just going to be a general in a suit. It's not like, you know.
Do you know what Mads Mikkelsen said about Harrison Ford? That every day after the filming Indy 5, he would go like a 30-mile mountain bike ride.
Hey man, if that's what keeps him doing what he does at the place that he's doing it,
that's wild though. He's a strong man,
dude. It is wild. I mean, it sounds crazy to me. I mean, I can barely walk upstairs, so.
Yeah, I'd like to see Harrison Ford in the MCU. I mean, we got stuff that's out at Disney Plus coming out. At least what's that monster movie coming out? Werewolf by Night. We'll have to get to it at some point. But
right.
Yeah, but I mean, you can watch that probably right away. I know, dude, because to me that seems like it's right up your alley when it comes to like monsters and all that shit. Like you go monsters.
Your face reminds me of a monster.
That's very, very sweet of you to say.
I know. You know I love you.
I know you too well.
All right. So,
what you got?
So here we go. You know what today is?
It's the 6th of October.
35th anniversary. Yeah. It is the 35th anniversary of one of my favorite movies of all time.
What is that? Oh, is it the 35th anniversary of The Princess Bride?
It is the 35th anniversary of The Princess Bride. Now, Mandy Patinkin has put an emotional speech he put on Twitter. So you can go to his Twitter. If you don't know who he is, he's the one who played Ayamatona. I always say it wrong. I say everything wrong. Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
My name is Anya Montoya.
Thank you.
Yeah. And he put this very emotional speech over on his Twitter. If you guys want to celebrate it, go please take a look at it. It got me right in the feelers.
You guys haven't seen Princess Bride? It's on It's on Disney Plus, dude. You'll do yourself a favor and watch that movie. It's amazing. Like, it's amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Christian Bale just did an interview, and he would like to thank Leonardo DiCaprio for his entire career. Because he says this, "Oh, dude, it's not just me. Look, to this day, any role that anybody gets is only because Leo passed on it beforehand. It doesn't matter what anyone tells you. It doesn't matter how friendly you are with the directors. All those people that I've worked with multiple times, they're all offered every one of these roles to him first, right? And as soon as he passes, that's when we get them."
Well, David Russell just directed The Amsterdam. That's out in theaters tomorrow. If you're listening to this today, and I'll get to it. I like David Russell, so yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably get to it.
Yeah.
We'll probably get to it in the next week or two.
Yeah.
The Animal. Remember The Animal?
We're talking about the one with Rob Schneider, the Animal.
It's got a sequel being made.
What? Really? Okay.
The Animal 2 is in the Rob Schneider to return, teaming up with Tubi with plans to develop a sequel with the Andrew star in it.
So, Tubi's trying to get up there. You know, I don't really use Tubi, but hey, man, if Roku's gonna do a Weird Al movie and all these other places, they gotta get in there with their properties. You know, so
no shit. Bill Skarsgård and Lily Rose Depp are set to lead a Nosferatu remake. Robert Eggers is bringing his Nosferatu remake back from the dead with Bill Skarsgård and Lily Rose Depp set to star.
I got a boner on this so much. I got a boner so much.
Do we need any more information than that, Chris?
Dude, you see Robert Eggers, you see Bill
Skarsgård, and he got Robert Eggers.
Dude,
yeah,
he's got the biggest boner right now. You have no clue. Do you want to see it?
No! We'll get banned again, Chris. Okay. You can't show me your junk every week. Right. We're not on Pornhub.
All right, sorry. Not yet.
Talking about Bill Skarsgård, this is why he just accepted that role. You know what wrapped filming yesterday?
Tell me.
The Crow.
Oh shit! Yeah, I bet you can't wait, dude.
It's done, bro.
You can't.
We're in post-production. The remake of The Crow with Bill freaking Skarsgård.
Dude, as long as it's not Edward Furlong, it can't be bad, right?
Oh my god! But this is a complete reboot, and they gotta have that goth music though, dude. They gotta have that Colt 9 Inch Nails sound to it, bro.
Yeah, they gotta have Trent Reznor involved somehow, right?
Because that music is what influenced James O'Barr to write The Crow.
Oh, really?
That's what his character was based off of. Was like a muscle version of Robert D. Smith.
Okay, kind of like The Cure, that sort of thing.
Now that you see it, I see it in your head.
Yeah, I do. I can't wait. Dude, honestly, The Crow is such a cool character. It doesn't, right? I know that you have every year I've been trying to find that soundtrack for you on vinyl.
I love that soundtrack. It's one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. That and Batman 89. Two favorite soundtracks of all time.
Danny Elfman, right?
Oh. Huh?
Danny Elfman, right? Elfman did the Elfman and Prince, right? Or is it...
Elfman did the music for
the score
movie.
Of the score.
Like the score.
Yeah.
Yeah. The soundtrack is 100% Prince.
Which one do you want more? If I had to find a vinyl, you want the soundtrack for Prince or the Danny Elfman? You want the Prince one, right? Of course.
Oh, Prince.
Yeah,
all hands down.
I know you're a Prince fan.
For my birthday this year, if you went and opened it up, like the Creative Story thing or whatever that I made was Party Man from Batman 89. Party Man. Anyway, next story. Velma from Scooby-Doo is now a lesbian.
Finally.
She finally came out of the closet, man. The new Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo makes it canon. So after decades of fan speculation, Velma is officially a lesbian.
Well, I'm glad that happened. Honestly.
Which makes so much sense because I always was attracted to lesbian women. Yeah, I was always attracted to lesbian women that I could not date. They'd be like, oh, da, da, da. And it's like, oh, man. Oh, you're a lesbian. My bad. And I was attracted to Thelma. Like, I didn't care about Daphne. Daphne was an airhead.
Do you know some crazy shit that the doctors used to believe? They used to believe that transgender people became male to female because they were attracted to lesbians and they couldn't be with them. So they changed genders. That's what they used to believe. That's some crazy shit. But
really?
Yeah.
Well, now that Thelma is out there, if you Google her on Google, there's like a bunch of rainbows and pride balloons that go up on the Google. So Google has now added to and pride flags and confetti. If you just go to Google and Google Velma, you will get all this cool pride stuff coming up.
Make sure your safe search is on, by the way. Make sure your safe search is on when you do that.
I guess. Tasha Farmiga will return for The Nun 2. The Gilded Age actress will reprise her role as Sister Irene for the new Nun movie.
Cool. I mean, first one freaked me out, and the second one will do the same. So
yeah, I'm sure you'll be crying in the theater. I'll come up there and help you again.
Okay.
The movie Berserker, which is about the immortal, it's a comic book movie, looks like Keanu Reeves might be directing it.
I'd like to see him behind the camera personally. You know, like, why not? I'd see Keanu Reeves direct anything.
Why not?
Yeah.
It's Keanu Reeves. He goes, I know how a lot of it will work, but but the film I directed, Man of Tai Chi, was born. I became the director because I was part of the writing process, and I didn't want to hand it over. And I was like, okay, I have to direct this as well. I mean, it's Keanu Reeves.
I've always wondered that. Like, you know, you have these writers that write screenplays, and then they give it to someone, and they're like, and they see the movie, do you ever think they're like, I don't agree with the vision? Do you ever think they're kind of pissed about it? Like, upset that the idea they had was either cheapened or changed from what they had? You know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if I were a screenwriter, I'd want to direct it too. You know?
Me too. All right. So you know the movie Rust, right?
Rust, yes. The one that Alec Baldwin accidentally shot and killed the director?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't think she was a director. I think it was
just
like
assistant director? Was that it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. Well, it will resume filming in January.
Oh, they're going to keep on. They're going to make
paid off to the hut.
They're still going to make it.
They're continuing it.
Man, that's I don't.
So yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. What do you think of that? Like
cinematographer Hutchins.
Okay.
She was cinematographer.
So what do you think, man?
So I don't know, dude. I don't know. I mean, I see why you want to continue working on the piece that you put millions and millions and millions of dollars in. You know, at the same time, you kind of killed someone, but you know, Brandon Lee died on the Crow set. And they still finished the movie, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I just know that some people think that you know that Alec Baldwin's to blame for having a movie that didn't exactly, you know, I don't know, man. Yeah.
You ever heard of Matthew Maximum?
Matthew Maximum?
Yeah.
Who's Matthew Maximum?
He wrote some movie named Joker.
What? Oh, I think I remember that movie from a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah.
Like right before the pandemic.
Yeah, Scott Silver.
Yeah.
Scott Silver.
Yeah.
Malcolm Spellman, who's working on Captain America 4.
Ooh.
Those guys, you've heard of those guys?
Yeah, I think so. They sound familiar.
All right. All three of them have just signed on. It is very Spawn, the movie, is now 100% happening, and those three guys are our screenwriters.
Hey, man, like, I know we already had Spawn, the movie that wasn't that good, you know? But it's finally happening.
Oh, my God. CG on that movie does not hold up. I recently watched it, and I was just like, oh, my God, this is so bad. This is so bad. Why am I watching this right now?
You know what holds up, man?
Like, back in the day, I thought it was awesome.
You know what holds up really well, and I didn't think it would? 1981's Poltergeist holds up pretty well.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. And you remember who's playing Spawn, right?
Who's playing Spawn?
Jamie Foxx.
Oh, that's right. So I imagine he's been wanting to play that for a long time, right?
Yeah, he's been signed on for a little while, for at least the last 2 years, I think was the last time we talked about it. So Sprite is sponsoring a movie.
What? Why? What are they doing?
They're sponsoring Wakanda Forever.
Okay, I'm okay with that. It's just a movie about the Sprite.
You want to be a part of a culture phenomenon that shifted and changed people's perspectives on what Black folks could do. The film franchise speaks to brown and Black people, creators, and people changing the world. And that to us is a momentous shift. Sprite's marketing has sought to change perceptions of Black creators. So why not partner with such a franchise that is doing the same? As partners, Sprite Zero and Black Panther created an interactive experience, Hall of Zero Limit, which offers exclusive behind-the-curtain look at the upcoming film and video content from the multicultural women behind it, including Hannah Bleacher, the first Black person to win an Oscar for production design. The explores the intersection of STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, women empowerment and advisory, and STEAM. These women remain largely underappreciated within the career fields, making less than 10% of the work field. Basically scan the QR code on Zero Sprite, can or bottle to access a digital portal to the Hall of Zero Limits.
That's fucking really cool. I like that a lot.
I love every moment of that.
You know,
I
can't.
Everybody out.
I don't know about you. I'm fucking pumped for Wakanda Forever, dude. Like every time I see the preview, I'm like, I want to watch that right fucking now.
I haven't watched a single preview.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Why do I don't want it ruined, dude?
Did you walk out of the theater when it happens?
I don't want ruined.
Oh, you walk out of the theater when?
No, I just kind of pay attention to my phone. I mean, I know Namar. I know Namar's on it. I know the Submariner, as he's called, one of the first time we're going to get this guy, and he is an original Avenger.
Okay,
he is an original OG Avenger. I'm glad to finally see him.
Okay,
but I haven't really dived into it because I'm just like, man, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Jared Leto is to star and produce a biopic based on Karl Lagerfeld, the fashion designer.
I think I just saw a picture of them hanging out together, like smiling.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, whatever, Jared Leto, just don't be weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's too late for him not to be weird. You know, like...
I mean, just don't be weird like he was on that last thing.
I have this friend who believes that he has a cult. Like a following of young girls. It's a cult. It's weird. He's like
Jared Leto.
Yeah. They think I have a friend who's like, he's so fucking creepy like that. You know.
Does anybody out there think that Jared Leto is a cult leader? Just want to know.
Yes, one.
Anybody? All right. Okay. We'll find out. All right. Dustin Hoffman is added to a movie. Joins the stud-started cast of Francis Ford Coppola's Megapolis, that big, huge movie he's been making.
Finally.
I mean, like, who's in this whole staff? Like Isabel Cushman, D.B. Swiney, newcomer Bailey Ives, Coley Feynman. These are just all other additives. I'm sorry. These are all other additives, including Dustin Hoffman. All right. And here's the other people that are in this movie. Adam Driver, a.k.a. Kylo Ren, Forrest Whitaker, Natalie Emmanuel, Lawrence Fishburne, John Voight, Tyler Sheree, Shia LaBeouf, Jason Schwartzman, Grace Vanderbilt, Cutton Hunter, James Raymore. I swear the list goes on and on.
The thing is, Francis Ford Coppola is such a kind of like a director, you know, Apocalypse Now, Godfather. He wants to make one more giant movie. I can't wait for this one. You know?
It's going to make me feel happy in places I can't tell you.
I mentioned I finished The Offer, right?
Especially since I know my sister's listening this week, and it's just weird.
I mentioned I finished The Offer.
Oh, did you finally?
Yeah.
How did you think about it?
I love it. And The Godfather's on Peacock. So if you want to watch it.
Yeah, it just came back. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's on Peacock now. Yeah. Went from Paramount to Peacock. Yeah. I know, I saw it like yesterday or whatever. All right, one of the greatest actors of all time let a little bombshell drop the other day too on Stephen Colbert, I think it was. Norman Reedus lands a role in Jeff Nichols' film The Bike Riders. Makes sense.
I love Jeff Nichols. I love Jeff Nichols. I can't wait for this. He's perfect for his movies, dude. If Michael Shannon's in it and Norman Reedus, I might just fucking jizz my pants right now.
And Reedus has signed up to join the ensemble cast of The Bike Riders, the movie. The filmmaker Jeff Nichols. The film will feature an ensemble cast including Reedus, Austin Butler, aka Elvis Presley from the Elvis movie that just came out, Jodie Carner from Free Guy, Tom Hardy, Michael Shannon.
No! Oh my God!
Yeah, I know.
I just came.
Don't jizz your pants,
Yeah,
Chris.
just now.
Come
Sorry.
On. Keep it. We don't need to be kicked off the air again.
Okay, sorry.
And Damon Harriman is also in the Bike Riders. Is the original story set in the 60s, follows the rise of a motorcycle club in the Midwest. I'm down. I'm down all day. I'm
honestly, I'm a big Jeff Nichols guy. I've been following his career forever, since before Mud, I think. And he made Mud, he made Loving, and he made a midnight special. I am all about what's it called?
The bike riders.
I'm all about the bike riders. Let's do it.
The bike riders.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Avengers: Secret Wars finds its writer in Michael Warden.
Is this going to be more epic than Avengers Endgame?
Secret Wars is a pretty epic comic book series, dude. I mean, it's the first one was 1984. It was the introduction of the black suited Spider-Man that turns into Venom. That was introduced by Todd McFarlane, back in those days.
Yeah.
So I mean, I mean, I'm ready to go on that.
Was
good. And then last but not least, and you know why this is the last story of the week. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Barry Keoghan. Do you remember him?
Barry Keoghan?
Yep.
Explain to me who he is.
He was in the Batman in a deleted scene, or you just heard him to the side.
Yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. He has been signed on and will return as the Joker for Batman 2.
Man, I'm really excited to see how this is gonna look like. Because the Joker's the iconic villain for the Batman, and I'm sure that every time he shows up, you're wondering how it's gonna go. You're wondering how it's gonna look. You're wondering that they're gonna get it right.
I just want a Joker that's the right Joker. Like, seriously, we haven't had a right Joker. Like, the only person that's close to it
is Nicholson.
Is Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Is Nicholson.
Yeah.
And Heath Ledger, and not to diss Heath Ledger because he was a good actor by any means, people. I know that Heath Ledger was a good actor. He had a good psycho kind of to it, but there's something about him that just wasn't exactly. I can go into full detail.
Your idea of Joker, is he a sick person? Is he fucked up? Is he evil?
Yes.
Okay. Right.
He will rip your face off just to laugh at it.
Okay.
Like he needs to be Joker, and he needs to be not painted. He needs to be bleached in chemicals. The chemicals is what made him go insane.
Well, he's a sick fuck, right? Like that's what the Joker is, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
He will kill your mother in front of you and then eat her body just to do it, to see if that'll upset you more.
So we'll see probably Batman 2 probably 3-4 years from now, maybe.
I'm guessing.
All right, man. Well,
but Chris, that was the news. It is time for the last movie. That was the movie Don't Suck in some of them news. Now me and Chris will talk about the movie everybody's been talking about this past 9 weeks. Blonde,
directed by Andrew Dominik. I'm a big fan of Andrew Dominik. I like Chopper a lot. I liked the Assassination of Jesse James by Carol Robert Ford. I love that.
Oh yeah. I actually used to have that in my DVD collection.
It's amazing. It's like a painting. It's beautiful. And he Killing Them Softly, which is from 2012. Pretty good movie. And now he's back with Blonde. He wrote and directed it. This is based on the Joyce Carol Oates novel, which makes it clear in that novel that it's not the true story, but they try to hit the beats right. But this stars Ana de Armas as Norma Jean herself.
You gave me an empty gun?
The shells were coming, okay?
Huh?
We got Julianne Nicholson as Gladys.
Tony, where the hell is that tractor?
We have Xavier Samuel as Cass Chaplin, son of Charlie Chaplin.
Jesus, Graham! Why are you wearing a gimp mask?
He put it on me while I was asleep. I don't know why you thought that'd be funny.
Yeah, it must be insane. Of course it's not funny.
All right, stop it!
We also have Bobby Cannavale as the ex-athlete.
I don't understand. I got my punches. Didn't you just say I could have a free milkshake?
And we have also Adrian Brody as the playwright.
To deliberately believe in lies while knowing they're false.
Why don't you read the storyline for Blonde, pal?
From director Andrew Dominik and based on the best-selling novel by Joyce Carol Oates. Blonde boldly reimagines the life of one of Hollywood's most enduring icons, Marilyn Monroe. From her violated childhood as Norma Jean through her rise to stardom and romantic entanglements, Blonde blurs the lines of fact and fiction to explore the widening split between her public and private selves.
So this movie, it's 2 hours and 47 minutes long, so it's really fucking long.
Yeah, but I want to make this very clear before we jump into this goddamn movie.
This goddamn movie, yeah.
All right. One, and I put it as movie fact number one. This is based on a 2000 novel. This is not Marilyn Monroe's actual life.
But you should tell it to Andrew Dominik, because he's been saying like the whole time this is like a true story. This is how it works, and it bothers. No, it's not at all.
It is not. Like so many people have come out, and this is what the controversy is around this film. One of the major controversies. Actually, give me your part, and then I'll jump in.
Okay, I want to talk about just basically the concept of this movie. It demonizes the male gaze, which is fair. It does demonize the male gaze. You'll see there's parts of the movie where you see the men just looking awful, their mouths open, his tongue hanging out, looking at the Marilyn Monroe. But it's supposed to demonize that, but then they exploit her in the same movie. You know, they exploit this person in the same movie, and I'm like, is this on purpose? Like, what the fuck are you doing to me? This movie's 2 hours and 47 minutes of a giant bummer. A giant bummer of a movie. Now
of a giant bummer.
So
I like that.
Now that's not the problem. I guess everyone's seen Requiem for a Dream. But again, Andrew, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say here. Like, if you go back and forth saying, well, I wanted you to feel uncomfortable, which that's fine. You can make me feel uncomfortable, but have a fucking point to it. Ana de Armas, she's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's a great actress. But I can tell you the whole time I was like, that's not how Americans say words. Like, her accent was not good at all. I was like,
I'm going to disagree with you on that. I think she really brought the Marilyn Monroe accent really well, because after watching several videos of Marilyn Monroe after the movie to see if that's actually how she talked, it's actually how she talked.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I mean,
it's all weird.
Yeah, it's kind of like she had that redneck swing with trying to be polite and cautious, courteous, or whatever.
Ana de Armas deserves all the accolades you get for being a great actress. She deserves it, 100%. Because I felt her, but at the end she wasn't Ana de Armas to me. She was Marilyn. She was Norma Jean. But yeah, this movie is long. It's a bummer movie. It's gonna make you uncomfortable, and I don't know if I can actually recommend this to anyone. You go. Your turn.
All right. So this is the major problem with this movie. So, like you said, it has like no identity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't know exactly what they're trying to say, because there's many times where you're like, okay, is this movie trying to be like, all right, is this trying to be like against, sexualization in Hollywood, how women were treated like, basically dirt and stuff like that? Because it made it very clear that, she was getting paid like $500 a day. One guy was getting paid like $100,000. There was very much places where it indicated, okay, we're trying to help the women's movement. But how do you do that by sexually, like, there's so many spots where Anna didn't need to be, topless or naked or, in this movie. Like, it was just like, there's so many parts that you're doing exactly in the movie which you're portraying should not be a thing that should be done.
It's so fucking stupid. Like make it like you have that and then you're exploiting it. Like you can't do both, man. You can't do that. And I love this director. I don't love this movie at all. like it's.
And the other thing that really got me, and I get it. I get what you're trying to go for in some of these things, right?
Yeah.
I get what you're trying to do. Like, it kept changing the size of the framing.
Oh, that aspect ratio. A lot of it was not good. Not a lot of it didn't work though.
The reason of it was because the things that were being shown is actually reacted film that they have, and they're trying to go with what film was recording that situation at that time.
Yeah.
To make it look more realistic. But I mean, this was a bummer of a fucking movie. Like it just looks like Marilyn Monroe never had a good day in her entire life, is the way that I got from this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the poster looks adorable. Like, you're gonna have fun. Oh, it's Marilyn Monroe, right? But this is the bottom line to this, guys. I wanted this movie to be better.
Oh yeah,
I wanted this movie to work. I wanted this movie to be, everything it should be, showing the exploitation of a woman in Hollywood back in the day, and it just didn't happen. It just, the best thing about this movie, and 100% agree with everybody else,
acting
is that Anna's acting. The acting in this movie is great.
The whole acting of it all. Bobby Cannavale, Adrian Brody, even cast Xavier Samuel, her mom. All the acting in this is great, but the movie itself is just
it just seemed like it was meshed. It was trying to go for an artistic look that it did not achieve, and it kind of just mushed it all together to try to figure it all out.
Yeah, because there are scenes where it's showing these men, their mouths are open, they're screaming Anna, and then in the next scene you see her titties, and you're like, how am I supposed to feel about this? Like you're exploiting her right there. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? And then also it seems like the director's sort of obsessed with her ovaries. We get these 3D form images of fetuses and shit, and you're like,
dying fetuses all the time, because I guess she had so many miscarriages.
Which also there's no fucking evidence for. But Andrew Dominik here saying this is what happened, and Joyce Carol Oates saying no, it didn't. I'm making it very clear this is a fictitious movie, and he's like, I didn't know that. Like, it's like he's going out there saying, this is high art. This is what you see from real life. I'm like, no, Joyce Carol Oates made it clear it's a fucking movie. It's a story.
Dude.
Yeah.
For real. I don't know. Me, I always base movies on rewatchability.
I could never watch this again.
I don't think I could watch this again if somebody pulled my teeth and told me to, like, said, hey, I'm going to pull your front teeth or you have to watch Blonde again. And I'm just going to be like, I don't think I'm going to watch Blonde again. I think I'll just get some teeth replacements, man.
Andrew, this is a bunch of fucking nonsense. This is not a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're going for.
Yeah.
I get it. I see the artistic vision that you're trying to give us. But at the same time,
go ahead.
You made fucking JFK be a guy that made someone forced to suck his dick. I mean, I don't know what more I can say to that. You basically just took one of the best presidents of the United States of America and made him look like he's a scumbag asshole, which the way I hear from everybody in that situation was not how that occurred, because there's actual video recording of what happened in that room. And it was not that. It was not him going, you bet, no, it's good. Just go ahead. Just do it.
Yeah, I mean, there's theories out there that he killed Marilyn, and regardless of whether or not that's true, that doesn't change the fact that this movie, no amount of acting could save how this movie is. It's weird. It's bad in the strangest way possible, because it's beautiful.
And like the way they did fade outs to black, and then all of a sudden we're like 3 years later, or we're like 2 years later, or whatever, and we just missed like a big part of her fucking life. It's
beautifully shot, but it's a bad movie. There's so much.
It's beautifully shot, beautifully acted. But damn, dude, seriously, you couldn't figure out how to coherently make it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's there. It's just a little work.
Give us the tone, man. Give us the tone. You know, like.
Oh, they did. Fuck you all.
Yeah.
That was the tone. The tone was fuck you all. Fuck you all for trying to watch my movie.
Yeah.
That was the tone of this
what
movie.
a
All
fucking
right, let's
bummer
get some
movie.
votes and get the ratings and let's go.
All right.
Norma Jean, I just want you to know that man there is your father. We so poor, that drawer was your crib. Stop squirming like a little snake that has to pee. No one can love a child that has been cursed.
Like Harry Potter.
I'm not an orphan. I have a mother. I have a father. I will be anyone you want me to be. Man, look at the ass on that little girl there. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like you got a masculinity thing like that, and then 5 seconds later, you're showing her titties every... Anyway, they said my daughter was coming, but I don't know who you are. I like to watch myself in the mirror. I like to watch myself even on the toilet even. Do you watch yourself on the toilet, Chris?
I don't think I could.
Dude, come on with that super awesome toilet you have that like cleans the inside of your stomach.
Wait, hold on. You used that before, right?
Oh yeah,
it's amazing.
Oh
right?
yeah. You don't even toilet paper. I just use the towel next to you, next to the towel.
Please don't do that. Okay.
Oh, well, maybe you should have put a white towel there. So
well, no, you use toilet paper to wipe, clean your butthole. Because this.
Okay. Fuck Marilyn. She's not here right now. I changed my mind, and my mind is mine to change. It's awful, the things they make up. I know you're supposed to get used to it, but it really hurts. Everyone in the world would give their right arm to be you, and you know it. Oh, Daddy, that thing on the screen, that isn't me. You mean people make spaghetti not just from the store? Don't make me go back. I never want to be her again. Fuck you and fuck this movie.
Yeah, for real.
Marilyn, you know what? I'm going to stop it at that. I'm not even going to read anymore. Fuck you and fuck this movie. That's literally in the movie too.
Okay, so what's your score?
I guess I got to get 3. 3.2. I'll get a 3.2 because of the acting, and I kind of see what was going on there. But not even 3. You know what? No, I'm good at 3. I'm good with 3. I'm going
lower with the 2.8.
Oh man, right above an STD.
Yeah, because like it has all the hallmarks of great filmmaking and artful filmmaking.
Mm-hmm.
But he fucks it up, and I actually go in 2.5 on this one. This is an STD for me.
You want an STD
because it's not a good movie. It's not a good movie. I like the acting. The acting in it is fantastic, but again, they just took one aspect of Marilyn Monroe or Marilyn Jean, and they blew it up to make it sort of fucking like a caricature. You know, like not a real person. You know, and so Andrew Dominik, you tried to make an artistic film and you fucking failed. Dude, this is failed. Failed. So this is a TD attack for me. Unless you want to fucking bum yourself out for 2.5 hours, 2 hours.
Dude, it was so bumming. And the thing is, like I watched this after a long day of work and stuff like that, and I thought it was going to be like an up and down roller coaster, like you'd expect with a biography. But this is just from the get-go is just like suicide and death and people die and you're going to get hit and raped. And, like, it was like, what the fuck am I watching, bro?
Yeah. So
this is the worst movie. I can't believe you made me watch this movie, Chris.
I think we both were talking about seeing this movie. I think we were both.
No, I think you 100% made me watch this movie. This is all you.
I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What is the audience score for Blonde?
38.
Your goal is 32.
Nice. Yeah. I got close on that one.
The audience says, doesn't matter how well acted or creatively filmed it is, watching Blonde is a really unpleasant experience, which is 100 the case. What is the critic score for Blonde?
Oh, the critic score. I think they're gonna like it a little bit more because critics like the artsy fartsy stuff, and they're gonna be like, "I got it. I don't see why you didn't get it." So I'm gonna say 41%.
43.
None. I wasn't off on this one. All right.
Critics'
Cool.
consensus is Ana de Armas's luminous performance makes it difficult to look away, but Blonde can be hard to watch as it teeters between commenting on exploitation and contributing to it, which is exactly what we said. It's a bummer of a movie, Blonde. It's on Netflix. If you guys want to spend 2.5 hours of your night, or 2 hours 45 minutes of your night watching this, I didn't have a good time watching it, and I walked away feeling weird. And not in a good way.
I mean,
not in a good way.
I mean, this is not one of my favorite movies. This will not be in the top 10.
No, not at all. Not at all. This was.
If we do a top 5 worst movies of the year,
it might be.
We need to start doing that. Maybe we should do that next year.
Well, no, last year we definitely did our worst movies of top 5 worst movies we saw that year for sure. Because you put Saint Maud up there, and I still can't forgive you for that. But this will be in there probably.
Oh God, Saint Maud, that was a freaking anyway. Oh man, why'd you make me remember that bad memory?
I'll never forgive you.
That's worse. That's a bad movie. Anyway,
yeah, Blonde.
So what's the movies we're watching next week, Chris?
I'm sorry, not Halloween. It's Hellraiser, and you said we have to watch Hocus Pocus 2.
What? So what was the first one?
Hellraiser.
Yeah. Woo! I love Hellraiser.
And now you're gonna force me to watch Hocus Pocus 2. I didn't tell you this until today. But I'm not a fan of Hocus Pocus. I don't like the first one at all.
Yeah, you said you hate Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, I did.
You hate anybody that's a fan of it.
I didn't say that part.
you said it's because of that shitty movie we got the shitty universe of Harry Potter.
I did not say I like Harry Potter.
Yeah, because that is the movie that influenced Harry Potter.
Is it really?
So I'm guessing you hate Hocus Pocus and you hate Harry Potter.
There are plenty of things that are influenced by something that I like, you know. But Hocus Pocus is not one of the movies that.
Do you also? I just so you hate Harry Potter, you hate Hocus Pocus, you also hate Santa Claus. You also said kids that smile scare you.
Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true. Yeah.
The other thing is anybody that's a parent. You hate them.
That's true. Yeah.
Except for your own parents.
Yeah, I don't like them that much either. No, I'm joking.
Anyway, yeah, dude, we got to do it because it's literally the biggest movie right now.
Yeah, I know plenty of people.
And is there anything at the theater this weekend?
Besides what's that movie with David Ross movie we just talked about? Amsterdam. Besides Amsterdam, I really have no desire to see anything else really. And again,
what's Amsterdam?
That's that one with Christian Bale and Chris Rock and John David Washington.
Oh, shut up. That comes out this week?
Yeah. You want to do that instead?
No way. What about Lyle Crocodile? That's supposed to be the number one
Dude,
movie.
I saw that. I'm like, what the fuck is it? I didn't hear about it until just now. Lyle Crocodile.
All right. For your love only, and I'll do this only once.
Okay.
This is your Hail Mary, man.
Okay.
This is your Hail Mary.
All right.
We will not do Hocus Pocus 2. We will do Amsterdam.
Okay. I'm with that. I'm with you on that.
I'm with you on that. Amsterdam, I mean, it's Margot Robbie and Christian. I like to beat up anybody that's below my pay raise.
Right. Christian Bale, I love his acting. He is probably one of the shittiest people in Hollywood.
The worst human beings ever. Yeah. It's just like the lead singer Godsmack. I like his singing, but that guy is a POS.
Yeah, you totally sold
I've never heard a good story about that.
I heard that you were smoking weed with the vendors and solely.
We don't talk about that story on air.
Oh no,
that's a story you get if you're in person with me. But yeah, we don't talk about that story.
Okay, fair enough. All right, guys. Well, you can visit online with zones.net. We're on Facebook, Facebook.com/podcast.
Oh,
what?
I see why you want to see this movie so bad.
Why?
Because your boyfriend's in it.
Who?
Michael Shannon.
I didn't know he was in Amsterdam.
Dude, he's here. The list of people in this before we end this out. The list of people in Amsterdam is Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, John David Washington, Alexander Nivola, Andrea Riseborough, Anna Taylor-Joy, Chris Rock, Michael Shannon, Mike Myers, Taylor Swift, Zoe Zendaya, Rami Malek, Robert De Niro.
What the fuck, dude?
How are we doing Hocus Pocus 2 over this?
Yeah,
ever?
I do want to mention David Russell directed it. I've not heard good things about it, but my hopes are up. It's
only a 2-hour movie.
Okay.
Right. We'll go for it, man. Right. We'll go for it.
You can follow us on moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/moviesdon'podcast. Yeah, I'm a little drunk. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MTS Podcast. We're on Patreon. Patreon.com/movies don't suck. One bonfire, bonfire.com/movies don't suck. It's new. You'll find shirts and stuff with us on it. And we're also on every fun podcast. You can find Movies Don't Suck. It's in the do. Watch us on YouTube and subscribe. Watch us on Facebook. Go and like that page. And Neil, what do we do for small businesses?
Small businesses. If you have a small business, your friend has a small business, your baby mama had a small business, and she's selling stuff on the side, let us know. Send us the information. We'll be more than happy to advertise it on our show. We will give it out to our millions of followers, our thousands of listeners, and be more than happy to advertise your business because we want to make sure that people in this world get as many breaks as we possibly can. I think that's it, man. I think we're done. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. Fuck. Hold on. My fingers aren't working. Here we go.
That's another episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, no matter what type of lady you're into, brunette, redhead, blonde, as long as you smile, a homicidal smile that'll kill her later in life, you'll get that number. Have a good night.